Hello everyone, I'm Geek Freak and welcome to the video. This is a video to the YouTuber blackscape. Blackscape made 2 videos about why Dragon Ball Super Broly shouldn't be made into an arc in the series. And you know what, I'm going to be honest, I 100% disagree on this, because there is a few things in the movie that they did screw up, and things that didn't make any sense, or they had some missed opportunities of what they could have put in the movie of Dragon Ball Super Broly. And not only that, there was supposed to be 70 to 60 minutes worth of content that didn't make it into the movie. Akira Toriyama made a script of Dragon Ball Super Broly, and apparently it was supposed to be 3 hours long. But they cut out 60 to 70 minutes worth of content. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't know what was in those 60 to 70 minutes worth of content. But whatever was in that worth of content, I would like to see what Akira Toriyama had in mind and what he wanted to put in the Broly movie. I mean, for all we know, the content that Akira Toriyama put into the 3-hour script may or may not have any relevance to the movie, or it may not add anything. Maybe not. I would still like to see what he wanted to put in the movie. And if they do bring back Dragon Ball Super, and if they was to make a Broly arc, I would like to see that content that Akira Toriyama wanted to put in the movie. So yeah, that's one reason to make the Broly movie into an arc. The second thing is that there was a few mistakes in the Broly movie that they could fix. Here's a few examples. Number 1, remember when Goku said that they need to fuse in order to defeat Broly, and Frieza was fighting Broly for an whole hour? Well, Goku says that they don't have the Potara earrings to fuse, and so Goku suggested to do the fusion dance. And to me, this is a really big problem. Goku could get to the land of the Kais and back within 2 minutes, thanks to his instant transmission. He could teleport to the lookout and then King Kais, and then teleport to the land of the Kais. Ask them for the Potara earrings, Goku gets the earrings, he teleports back to Vegeta, and then they fuse. It would take Goku literally 3 minutes to do this instead of trying to do the fusion dance for an whole hour. And yes, I know, Gogeta's very popular, and they wanted to bring out Gogeta in this movie, and that's why they made Goku use the fusion dance. But I do have an idea how they could get around this. Let's just say, for example, Goku did teleport Vegeta to Piccolo, and they was trying to figure out a way to beat Broly. And Goku says, I have an idea, I'll go to the land of the Kais and ask for the Potara earrings so we can fuse into Vegito. Goku teleports there and he asks for the Potara earrings. And the old Kai says, sorry Goku, but our Potara earrings doesn't have the power for you to fuse. It will take a few months for us to give them the power for 2 beings to fuse. And then Goku goes back to Vegeta and he says, it's no good, we'll have to use the fusion dance. And while trying to fuse, Goku tells Piccolo to telepathically tell everybody to come to the battlefield and hold off Broly while Goku and Vegeta tries to fuse. And this would be a great opportunity to bring in Krillin, 18, 17, Gohan, Master Roshi, Tien, Yamcha, and the 7 Cell Juniors. And they are fighting alongside Golden Frieza. And if you ask me, I think this would be very entertaining to watch. We get to see the debut of the Cell Juniors fighting alongside the Z Warriors. We see Frieza fighting alongside the Z Warriors again. This would be exactly like the Saiyan Saga all over again. And if I was a betting man, I would say that this would take up at least 5 to 8 episodes until Gogeta appears. We could see cool techniques, we can see characters teaming up, we can see death scenes, and even though they don't stand a ghost of a chance against Broly, the fight between Broly and all these other characters would be very entertaining to watch. And also, there's another thing I want to point out, and it is Beerus. Instead of Beerus babysitting Beulah, Beerus goes back to his own planet and decides to take a nap for an whole week. This would have more suspense. And the fourth thing I want to see is Goku and Vegeta going Kaioken and Evolution Blue. Because in the movie, we don't see Goku go Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20 or Vegeta go Evolution Blue. Nor do we see Gogeta go Evolution Blue Kaioken. So if you ask me, I actually think that this would be awesome to see. In fact, why didn't we see Goku go Kaioken times 20 or Evolution Blue? We never saw Goku or Vegeta use those forms or techniques. They were just in Super Saiyan Blue the whole time. In fact, I made 2 videos fixing Broly's fight and my top 12 nitpicks of Dragon Ball Super Broly. So if you guys want to go and see that, please do. the top 12 nitpicks of Dragon Ball Super Broly, and fixing Dragon Ball Super Broly's fight. The next thing they can do is use the Bardock special, Dragon Ball Z Bardock, the father of Goku, and use Dragon Ball Minus. And you know what, I'm going to say it. The Bardock special is a million times better than Dragon Ball Minus. It shows us how ruthless and badass and how sympathetic Bardock was in his movie. His fight against Frieza's men, his iconic headband, his fight up to Frieza's ship, his warning to the Saiyans. It was an all-around great movie. And even though I know that the Bardock special is a million times better than Dragon Ball Minus, there was one thing I did like about Dragon Ball Minus, and that was Goku's mother, Gine. If they could mix Dragon Ball Minus and the Bardock special into the series, we would have the best of both worlds. In the beginning we see Bardock as cold and ruthless, but when he's around Gine, he's a lot more softer, and as his story progresses, he becomes the Bardock that sends Goku out into space. And then after that, Bardock goes up to Frieza's ship and fights off Frieza's men. And yes, even though the Bardock special is a million times better, I actually think that Minus can be worked in with the Bardock special. And the next thing they can work in is having more King Vegeta in the series. Now there are a lot of things that you can use King Vegeta for, the series if it comes back. We could see him spending time with Prince Vegeta, we could see him interact with his other son Tabble, we can see King Vegeta interacting with Beerus, we can see King Vegeta planning and invading Frieza's ship to try and get Prince Vegeta back, and King Vegeta discovering Broly, and King Vegeta telling stories about how his great-grandfather took over Planet Tuffle and renamed it Planet Vegeta. And with any luck, we might be able to see Tuffles, like Baby and Hijack, come into the series to get their revenge against the remaining Saiyans. And also, King Vegeta telling stories to Prince Vegeta about the legendary Super Saiyan. Like I said, there are loads of possibilities that you could do with all of this. And you know what? I'm going to tell you guys how I would start the series off. The first thing we'd see is a flashback, a very brief flashback, of Planet Sadal, the original home of the Saiyans, being attacked and destroyed by the legendary Super Saiyan of that time, and the Saiyans have no choice but to leave the planet in order to escape the legendary Super Saiyan's wrath. And when the Saiyans are in their ships flying away from the planet explodes with the legendary Super Saiyan on it, and the Saiyans make their way to Planet Plant, the home of the Tuffles. The Saiyans crash land on Planet Plant. The people of Planet Plant welcomes the Saiyans and allows them to stay, but about 10 years later, the Saiyans start attacking the Tuffles, going to war with them for a few years, and during this time, the Tuffles decide make a few escape ships, just in case if they were to lose against the Saiyans, and then, after when the full moon comes up, the Saiyans are winning, and in a last-ditch effort, all the Tuffle children on the planet are put onto these ships in order for their kids to survive the onslaught of the Saiyans. And also, it's not just the kids that survive, but there's also Dr. Litchi, the creator of Hijack, and the Baby Project, which would eventually create Baby from Dragon Ball GT. The ships fly away from the planet, the Saiyans win, and King Vegeta is established as the first king, which would be, at this time, be called King Vegeta the First, which is our Vegeta's great-great-grandfather. And then sometime later, King Cold finds the Saiyans and integrates them into his army, and then many years later, King Vegeta meets Frieza, just like in the movie, and it's also at this point where Vegeta is also a toddler, and then King Vegeta finds Broly, and instead of King Vegeta being jealous of Broly's power, he's actually afraid of Broly's power, because Broly's power is abnormally strange, just like in the stories that King Vegeta's father used to tell him about the legendary Super Saiyan, and how the legendary Super Saiyan destroyed their original planet. King Vegeta gets scared of Broly and decides to banish him to another planet. Paragus doesn't understand why Broly's been sent away, and so, just like in the movie, Paragus gets angry at King Vegeta and swears revenge on him, and thus Paragus starts training Broly. And a few years later, Vegeta and King Vegeta start spending time with each other, King Vegeta teaching Vegeta about the legendary Super Saiyan and the Tuffles, King Vegeta dealing with his other son, Tubble, and King Vegeta dealing with Beerus, and King Vegeta making a deal with Frieza by letting Frieza having Vegeta, just like in the anime, and King Vegeta making a plan to invade Frieza's ship and try to kill Frieza and take back Vegeta, just like what happened in the anime. And on that day when King Vegeta was making a plan to try and get Vegeta back, we also have the story of Bardock, father of Goku, and Dragon Ball Minus. Again, I don't really mind Dragon Ball Minus, but the Bardock special was a million times better. But I really did love seeing Gine, Goku's mother. Now, if you ask me, I actually think that Dragon Ball Minus and the Bardock special should be mixed into one, so that way we would get the best of both worlds. And if you ask me, I actually think that this might actually make around 3 episodes with Bardock, we get to see Bardock see in the future, we get to see Bardock fight, we get to see all the badass things that Bardock is known for, and we would also get to see all the good stuff from Dragon Ball Minus. Again, we get to see Guinea. And so, on the same day, King Vegeta invades Frieza's ship. Bardock also flies up to Frieza's ship and beats all of Frieza's goons. And, just like in the anime, King Vegeta is killed. In the Bardock special, Bardock is killed. And Frieza also destroys the planet Vegeta. And also we get to see Broly with Paragus training. And then we cut to present day, after the Tournament of Power, where we cut to Goku and Vegeta sparring. And from here on, most of the film goes smoothly. So you can add most of the film into the series. But the film does have a few bumps in the road, and things that don't make sense, or missed opportunities, or things that didn't make any sense, and things that they could add in. And so, I want you guys to imagine, up to this point, where Goku's in the pod, and he's on his way to Earth, and then the movie says present day, and Goku and Vegeta is sparring. You can basically put the entire film into the series, but, again, there are a few problems, and a few things I want to add in and take out. So again, imagine you're watching the film, and the first problem I saw in this movie was Beerus. Beerus doesn't do anything in this movie, other than be comic relief by babysitting Beulah. He doesn't get involved in the fight, he doesn't give advice, nothing. This is exactly what happened when Frieza was resurrected. Beerus was on the sidelines, eating his freaking ice cream. If Beerus wanted to, he could have one-punched Frieza. I mean, yeah, Beerus did say that he doesn't get involved in the affairs of mortals. But here's the thing, Goku saved the freaking universes. He impressed Beerus by using the Ultra Instinct, and it's been shown that Beerus does care about Goku, and it's been shown that Beerus does care about planet Earth. Not to mention it has all the yummy food that he could eat, so if planet Earth is destroyed, he loses his food, Beerus loses his greatest fighter, and he loses his friends that he made. And again, Beerus could one-punch Broly if he wanted to. Hell, even in the next saga after Broly, which is the Moro saga, Beerus is on his own planet fishing. But you know what? I have an idea. When Beerus finishes his food on Earth, Beerus said he's going to have 3 weeks worth of sleep. So that way we'll have more suspense. I mean, come on, let's face it. Beerus is just an obstacle for Goku to beat at this point. Unless an actual threat that even the Gods of Destruction have difficulties beating, Beerus is basically a one-punch man that doesn't do a thing. So this is what I suggest they should do. For a few sagas, they should have Beerus sleep on his own planet for a few weeks, or maybe even a few months, so that way it will make the villains fight between Goku and Vegeta more suspenseful. So yeah, that's problem one. And so, continuing the series, Frieza gets some of his goons to find the Dragon Balls, and he's just waiting for all 7 Dragon Balls to be gathered, and then we cut to Lemo and Chichile. I absolutely love these guys. Maybe we could get a few minutes of what their lives was before Chichile became a Frieza soldier, and maybe we get to see a few minutes of Lemo life as a Frieza soldier. I mean, it doesn't have to be like an whole episode long or 15 minutes long. They could do like 3 or 5 minutes of their past. That's one thing I'd like to see. And so, carrying on from the film, Chile and Lemo finds Paragus and Broly. Paragus and Broly is employed by Frieza. Chile and Lemo and Broly become friends. I mean, you could have an whole episode dedicated to Lemo and Chile and Broly getting to know each other and bonding. And carrying on with the movie, Frieza, Paragus and Broly make it to Earth, where they meet up with Goku and Vegeta, and this is where the showdown between Broly, Goku and Vegeta starts. Now, before I continue, there is one thing I want to add, and it is this. I would like to see flashbacks of Paragus training Broly. I would like to know how Paragus lost his eye. I would like to see when and how Paragus put that shock collar onto Broly. I would like to see how they went through their day-to-day life, maybe even showing a bond between Paragus and Broly. I would like to see the time when Paragus removed Broly's tail, and I would like to see Broly get angry when he's fighting against Vegeta, because it's pretty clear at this point that Paragus has brainwashed Broly into hating Vegeta. That would make sense. And I would like to see them train together. Now, I'm not saying that there should be an episode dedicated to flashbacks. All I'm saying is, as the series progresses, we get to see a small flashback about Paragus training Broly, when and why he put the shock collar onto him, when Paragus took Broly's tail off, etc, etc. I would really love to see more of Paragus and Broly bonding, and more information on what happened on Planet Vampa. Okay guys, at this point, you guys know what happened in the movie. This is where the fight began between Broly versus Vegeta and Goku. It's all one big massive fight, and I'll be honest, I have made a separate video of how the Broly fight should have gone. Now, I'm not saying that the fight in the Broly film was terrible, but it did have things that wasn't explained, or was missing, or they had some missed opportunities, or there were things that didn't make any sense. And so, if you guys want to go and check out Fixing Dragon Ball Super Broly's fight, after watching this video, please go and watch that video and tell me what you guys think, because there are a lot of things that they could have added in the Broly fight and things that didn't make any sense, which I personally fixed, like the Potara earrings and some missed opportunities that I put in. I highly suggest you guys go and watch that video. I will leave a link in the description box below to that video. And not only that, I'll also leave a link in the description box below to the top 12 nitpicks of Dragon Ball Super Broly. So yeah, have fun with that. But I will pick out a few nitpicks, what they didn't put in the movie and instead could put in the series. Number 1, why Goku couldn't use the Potara earrings. I mean seriously, Goku could get to the land of the Kais within 3 minutes and back to fuse with Vegeta in order to become Vegito, but instead Goku is told by Old Kai that they can't use the Potara earrings because they don't have the ability to fuse, because they are new pairs and they don't have the ability for people to fuse yet. So that way, Goku and Vegeta has no choice but to fuse into Gogeta. And this in turn will get everybody on Earth to go to Broly's location and fight Broly, giving Goku and Vegeta time to fuse into Gogeta. And when I mean everybody, I mean all the fighters. Krillin, 17, 18, Master Roshi, Tien, Piccolo, Gotenks, Frieza, Yamcha, Gohan, and the Cell Juniors. This could be their big debut, because in the manga it said that the Cell Juniors actually regenerated and they live on the island where Android 17 works. Anyways, they have to distract Broly long enough and make sure he doesn't destroy the Earth while Goku and Vegeta is trying to fuse. And you know what? This could go on for 8 episodes. Teaming up, fusing, strategy, fighting. This would be a great opportunity to get everybody together and fight Broly. This is just like the time when the Z Warriors was fighting against Nappa and Frieza, or Krillin, Gohan and Vegeta and Piccolo was fighting against Frieza. They can show off their techniques, their strategies, they can show us a few death scenes, unlikely team-ups. This would be an awesome fight to see. And they have to wait for a full hour, just like in the movie, in order for Goku and Vegeta to get the fusion right. And also, there's one other thing I want to bring up, and that is this. Why didn't Goku and Vegeta use their Koken and Evolution Blue? If Goku was to go Koken times 20 in his blue form, he would be 20 times more powerful. And it's the same with Vegeta. Why didn't he use Evolution Blue? I'm not really sure what the multiplier is for Evolution Blue, but we can assume that it's similar to the Kaioken, that it gives him a 20-25 multiplier. And that's the thing, why didn't they use it in the movie against Broly? But I've already made a discussion about this in my other video, how to fix Dragon Ball Super Broly's fight. It's all explained in that video. And also, we're never given a reason what Broly's legendary Super Saiyan form does. I mean, in his base form, in his Wrath form, and his Super Saiyan form, it's clear that Broly's power rises indefinitely, as we've seen in the movie. So yeah, I would like to know more about the legendary Super Saiyan form and what it does. And also, I would like to see an Evolution Blue Koken times 20 Gogeta going up against a legendary Super Saiyan Broly. That in itself would be awesome to see. And then after the fight, Goku goes to visit Broly, and he makes a proposal to Broly saying, yeah, I would like to train with you sometime. And then after that, Goku says his goodbyes, and says he'll be back sometime. And in some foreshadowing, the Tuffles find out there are more Saiyans out there in the universe. The descendants of the Tuffles plan their revenge against the remaining Saiyans, which may foreshadow Baby and Hijack and a few thousand Tuffles, which again are the descendants of the kids who escaped the planet. And then it's on to the next saga, the Moro Saga. And that's basically it. Now, we all know that 60 minutes was cut out of the original script that Akira Toriyama wanted to put in the movie, and I'll be honest, I don't know what was in those 60 minutes. But I would like to see those 60 minutes in the series. If they ever plan to make a Broly saga, I want to see what Akira Toriyama wanted to put in the movie into the series. Whatever it may be, I want to see it. Well, that's all for me. Do you guys think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm right? What would you add? Do you guys want to see a Broly saga? And if you don't, tell me why. And also, make sure you guys go and watch those 2 videos that I suggested earlier in the video. My top 12 nitpicks of Dragon Ball Super Broly, how to fix Dragon Ball Super Broly's fight. Because those 2 videos are important to this discussion, especially fixing the Broly fight. Well, that's it from me. What do you guys think? If you ask me, I honestly think that they should make a Broly arc for Dragon Ball Super if it returns. And yes, I know they messed up with the animation in the Beerus and Golden Frieza saga, and I wasn't exactly thrilled when they brought Frieza back. And Dragon Ball Super Beerus isn't as cool as Battle of Gods Beerus. And I know some people are afraid that they're going to mess up the Broly arc as well. However, I have been hearing rumours that the animators are going to do better with the animation, and they're going to take their time and put their all into the series when it comes back. So if you ask me, I actually think that they should make a Broly arc and just go straight to the Moro arc. It's a good idea if you ask me. So Blackscape, what do you think? Please tell me what you think, because I would really like to know what your thoughts are on this. Well, that's all for me. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out. Thank you guys for watching, and if there's a series you want me to check out and review and give my thoughts on it, or if there's a top 10 list you want me to do, or any reactions, or responses, or rants on anything geeky, just leave links and comments in the comment sections below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And if you guys want to follow me on my social medias, I'm on minds.com, Twitch, Dailymotion, and Hatron, Reddit, BitChute, aka the new YouTube, DeviantArt, Discord, VidMe, Gab, Twitter, Tumblr, Patreon, GoFundMe, PayPal, and my other social medias are down there in the description box below, so if you want to go and check them out, please do. And don't forget to subscribe and share this video. And please go and check out my new skeptic channel, Gypsy Freak. It's also down there in the description box below. Peace out.